Boom. Welcome, episode 4, something like that.
It might not be 4.
It might be 5. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is an episode about Huntin.
Yeah, we're going to talk about hunting.
Yeah,
and then
we're
we're going to digress probably later.
Hunting, because we're just watching the Huntin show and we talk about hunting a lot, or like, not a lot, but we discuss it, you know, and it's important. It's an important part of human behavior and evolutionary history and culture that is like in civilization, quotation mark, in cities and stuff. Like, we live in Melbourne. I'm sure 90% of people here have never held a gun, have never have never even like seriously considered like, man, I would like to go shoot an animal. Like, it seems crazy to people in a city who don't understand the like millions of years of context behind it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yes?
Your blue thing is just about to fall off the bed.
My blue thing?
Your lighter.
My blue?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Okay. So, yeah, it seems crazy to a lot of people who aren't familiar with the concept, or they have a very strange ideas about what hunting means. And
What are people are really concerned. I think the main thing people care about with hunting is killing animals.
Yeah.
And they just don't feel like humans need to go hunt animals anymore.
They think like, oh, well, we have specific places where we kill animals.
Yeah,
you're like extra killing. You're killing more.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we kill like millions of animals every year. Like, you know.
Yeah. Killing, and it's like 1 or 2 extra animals. Like, how many animals are hunters kill a year? Plus, it's all very, they have lots of laws about how many animals can be hunted, and like, they're monitoring the populations and stuff.
And generally, if you're hunting, you don't waste.
No,
Well,
lots of people hunters and stuff, they eat them. They skin them and take the fat and take the meat, because they can use all that stuff for like
Whereas
good shit.
We know that in Western societies, I think the statistic is something staggering, like 50%, 40% of food waste just thrown out. It just doesn't. I worked at KFC. I tell you, we threw out a lot of edible chicken because it wasn't perfect for us to serve in our restaurant. Like, there's, you know, like.
Yeah, the people who think hunting is like bad for the world don't understand.
Yeah, man. Me personally, working at KFC, one KFC worker in one KFC, I probably threw out hundreds of full chickens, like full lives that lived in a factory farm and got killed and plucked and all that shit went, and they're just gone. They're in the bin now. Like,
because they weren't perfect.
Yeah.
For you, society.
Mm-hmm. And that waste, I think, is even worse than, let's say you were to shoot an animal and just leave it on the ground, right? Or you lost it or something. The fucking nature, the foxes and everything around will eat that. The bull ants, everything will eat that thing. Whereas if you throw it in a bin, that doesn't happen.
And also, if you're talking ethically, right? Think about that. We have farmed this chicken for the sole purpose of eating it.
Yep.
To feed humans, right? And we keep it in like a chicken
box.
Yeah, box. I know. I was gonna say prison, but it's not really a prison.
It kind of, but isn't it though? Because
it's a prison. It kind of is a prison in concept
and in like operation. Like the people who design prisons could design a chicken factory easily.
Yeah. They'd be like, oh yes, they all are in this cell.
Same concept. Yeah. They have times. They have feeding times.
So think about that. This is, instead of just going and killing an animal, like a random chicken that lived its life in the fields. Okay?
A turkey.
You've killed a chicken that's been in a prison chicken camp that you've tried to, is only in this chicken prison camp to be eaten.
Yep.
And then you don't even eat it.
Yep.
You just wasted a life.
It's a dystopian nightmare. Factory farming is a horrible practice.
It's a dystopian practice.
It's horrifying, really. Like, and if you go to hunting, it's so much better in like every way. And it might sound crazy if you don't understand what hunting is like. And people think that you do hunting because you enjoy hurting animals. Like, it's a very strange idea.
Yeah, they've just never thought about.
Yeah.
Like, they don't actually understand. Is that a fresh smoothie?
No, it's not. It's from last night. I didn't finish it. I was going to give it to you, and I realized, like, my sick juices are all in it.
Oh,
and I was like...
sick juices.
Yeah, I made too much. Like, and I was... Yeah, anyway. That's not podcast related.
I saw a smoothie around here, and I was like, is that a smoothie? I had to ask.
Any audience member should understand the desire for a fresh, nice smoothie just sitting there.
I apologize.
Yeah, we apologize. What were we saying? So if the people who hunt generally respect animals far more than some city slicker. Like, you know what I mean? A city-slicking guy never fucking seen an animal in his life that ain't a poodle.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, like, they usually, farmers respect people who are out in the land, like, actually relying on seasonality, they're relying on population numbers, they're relying on how good is the environment here, is this place set up to host the animals that I want to see here and that I want to hunt, which, you know, like, and I think...
I think lots of places as well where you can hunt, the government's there, like the government has a hunting department, I'm sure.
Yep.
Or like it might be part of the wilderness.
Fisheries and wildlife.
Yeah, wildlife or something.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of like keeping track of like the populations and like giving out the hunting passes and shit, they also like manage lots of the conservation efforts, like
almost all of it.
Almost all of it, and lots of it is like hunting related. Like, it's important.
A lot of the money for conservation, unless you're talking about some, even Yellowstone Park, I think, was funded by hunters. The way it works is that there's a hunting tax. So you buy a camouflage vest, you buy a hunting rifle, you buy whatever hunting stuff you need, you buy a tent, all that shit, there comes with it a tax. That tax is like a high tax because hunters are willing to pay a lot of money for their fucking gear.
Yeah.
Right? And that tax money, that's like 90% of the conservation funds or something, like in a lot of countries.
Exactly.
Is from the hunters.
Hunters have probably contributed more to conservation and like saving animals and stuff than you ever have in your life.
If you're like the straw man
if you're
that we've
an average
created.
Guy, if you're the guy that we're talking about here.
Yeah, the guy or girl that we've discussed here that's like doesn't know anything about hunting but just is disgusted by the idea of it and hasn't looked into it, you know what I mean? Like, well, because it's a big thing, you know, like I think, what's that? Chris Pratt got in trouble.
In trouble for hunting, yeah.
Because all he did was he just showed, like, oh, look, this is me with my venison meat that I hunted a deer, and it's him in his kitchen cooking deer meat. I mean, how fucking dumb do you have to be to get
Honestly,
mad at that?
right?
Like, yeah.
That's like getting mad at the guy working at the cow death camp. That's getting mad at him for killing cows.
It's like, bitch,
he kills cows.
And the excuse, like, if I wasn't doing it, someone else would, isn't it's like, no, he's right. If he quits, they'll just hire another cow killer. Like, there's
it's not a hard job.
Yeah.
You kill the cow.
Yeah, it's that thing from No Country, the fucking...
Yeah, the horrifying... The air gun. The air gun. The horrible metal...
It's just like a just fucking book, like...
Stand still, please.
Yeah. Could you stand still for me, please?
Can we talk about how that's the greatest movie?
Yeah, fuck it. We discussed hunting. It's good. Shut up about it.
Yeah,
okay,
shut up about hunting.
Yeah, 8 minutes in, boom, we're done with hunting. No Country for Old Men is like the greatest fucking movie ever. Like,
bro, the fact... Alright, couple things to note if you've never seen No Country for Old Men. See it.
Yeah, go see it.
Stop watching this podcast. Watch that movie first. Then you can appreciate what we're about to say.
Yeah.
The villain is one of the best villains I've ever seen in a movie.
One of the greatest psychopaths I've ever seen. This is all spoilers, by the way.
Oh yeah, everything we're about to say is spoilers for this movie.
Yes, so literally stop if you want to see it. Unless you're like,
and
I'll never
see that. You want to see it.
You want to
don't
see
be
it.
like, oh, I'll never see that. If you watch it and you don't think it's good, you aren't the fan.
Yeah, and it's not even like a niche thing. It's not even like a niche movie that only some people...
No, it's a popular movie.
It's a widespread... Everyone who watches this will have something to enjoy in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, the fucking scene, the psychopath... The first scene where he just walks up behind the guy on the phone and he hangs up and then he fucking...
Yeah, that is awesome,
His face, the scratching, he's kicking and he's scratching up the floor.
Yeah,
like,
bro, the floor... Yeah. The fact that the floor is fucked up after he does that is so realistic.
Oh.
And another thing that adds to all of this, there's no music the whole movie.
Yep.
It's just the actual sound.
No soundtrack. It's just the scenes and the silence, and it's amazing.
It's incredible because of it. If that movie had music in every scene, it wouldn't be that good.
It honestly, it would feel more like a normal movie. It's a very non-traditional movie structure.
Yeah. In
an excellent way. Like, if you know, like, okay, like, main character dies off screen, the main character is... Llewellyn. And he's like the hero of the story, obviously. And the whole movie, well, we should discuss that the whole movie goes against the traditional Christian good-bad morality structure, which is like the good guy always wins and the bad guy always gets his comeuppance.
Yeah,
it's so predictable in every movie. You know why that is? it's in like the 50s and the 40s.
They said
TV was just coming out. This is good for the podcast though. TV was just coming out, and literally the church came in and they were like, okay, we're setting up rules. You can't glorify crime or sin, right? So if you show a drug dealer or a fucking, a criminal, a bank heist or something, that person always gets their comeuppance, because you can't show a bad guy being cool and then just getting away with it. They were like, no, that's glorifying bad shit, even though that happens in the time all the time.
That's sin, boy.
That's sin. You're glorifying Satan.
You're on Satan's side.
Yeah, so they basically made it so that all TV followed this weird structure, and then that, like, literally, it held on. That's not the rules anymore, but generally that's still how everything works. Even if your hero is a bad guy, it still follows the rules of what the hero does. So, like, you know what I mean?
He's still doing hero shit.
Yeah, you never see, like, it never happens where, like, in fucking Endgame, if they had failed, they would never fail. You know that they won't fail. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I liked in Infinity War when they lost. It actually was refreshing to see. And then I was like, oh, I know that they're going to go back. They're going to do a go-backsies in the next movie because they're bitches. And I wasn't surprised that they discovered time travel when I watched it. I was like, of course they did. How else would they fix this problem? This is the easiest answer to this solution.
And they kept trying to be like, oh no, it's real. It's real, everyone. We did it. They're all dead. Like, they kept trying to put out shit where articles were like, oh, did they really lose? And everyone would be like, oh, maybe they really lost, And I was just saying the whole time, not for 1 second did I ever consider.
And also they fucking buried the lead. Yeah. Because all the actors stayed hired.
Yeah. Of course they did. Because of course they won. Because that's how movies go. It's the most predictable thing ever. And No Country for Old Men goes against it. And I wish more films would do this. Like, I think...
Yeah, I want a diversity of movie plots.
Yeah.
And I like, as well to that good bad, there's like those two scenes with the Vietnam.
Yep.
Where one guy doesn't give a fuck about the fact that you served in Vietnam.
Yeah. What does that make us, buddies?
Yeah, exactly, right? But then he goes to the thing and he's like, the checkpoint on the bridge or something. It's like a security guard.
It's the way he's letting him back into America from Mexico. Exactly, and the scene is that he's like, who do you think decides who gets to enter America? I reckon you do, sir. That's correct. Yeah. And he's like, and he does this whole scene and he's like, oh, do you serve? And you don't know whether or not he's going to say yes to him, but in the end he's like, get this man some help. Like, he's like, he served in Vietnam, we're letting him in. Even though he's like bloody and half naked. Like,
Because it was like, and that as well, it's trying to show that, like, people's values are kind of arbitrary.
Yep, and it can apply. It's not like some overarching moral rule of the universe.
Yeah, no, like, it just is.
It just is that some people feel that way and some people don't.
Yeah, and the movie doesn't try and convince you of any right or wrong. It's just showing.
Exactly, it's just showing what happened, and it's all it's all believable, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other great example of that is, so Llewellyn... Toilet paper. So Llewellyn's all fucked up, right? And he meets those guys, and he's like, I'll give you $500 for that jacket.
Yeah.
Right? And the kids are shitty to him. They're like, show me the money, and then he asks for the beer, and then they're like, oh, how much? You know what I mean? Like, the kids are shitty to him.
And one of the guys tries to defend him. He's like, oh, come on, man. Just give him the drink.
The last line that you see in that scene is that one of them is like, just give him the fucking beer, right? But they still, instead of just giving this guy their jacket, like, and a beer, because he's obviously... And he said...
Because he's fucked up.
He said he was in a car crash, right? And they were like, oh, he was in a car crash. And then the bad guy gets in a car crash at the end. A fucked up car crash, and his bone is coming out of his fucking arm and everything. And then he meets kids who are really nice to him, and they perfectly take care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he leaves, and he lives, and everything's fine for the bad guy. Meanwhile, the good guy just gets shot, and people are shit to him. Like,
well, that's because you can't kill Anton Chigurh.
He's unkillable. Yeah. The man is a machine.
I loved his psychopathy. Like, when he was injured and fucked up, and he sneaks into the chemist, and he's like pulling off. Like, no one notices that he's bleeding. Because he's like, he's perfectly fine.
He just looks
facial expression is normal.
Casual. He looks so normal. You just don't look at him. There's a lot of fucking great scenes with Anton. One of the first scenes you see where he goes to the gas station and there's the old man and he does the whole coin flipping thing, and you all getting any rain up your way? What business is it of yours? Which way I am from?
And he's like,
I didn't mean nothing by it. Yes, you did. He has this whole crazy tension building where the guy's doing nothing and Anton is being like impossible and terrifying. Like, but from Anton's perspective, I think
he's just talking.
That's all logical from Anton's perspective. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he doesn't understand why that guy doesn't understand what he means.
We never see a full explanation of Anton's beliefs, though. It's possible he's just a crazy guy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, the coin thing is telling of his beliefs.
Yes, a bit. So he,
I would say that might make him a little bit, like, nihilistic. Leaving things to an actual coin flip.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not he'll kill you or not, he'll leave to a coin flip.
Well, and he says a few lines there that are telling, like, he flips the coin and he's like, I ain't gonna bet unless I know what I'm putting up. And then he's like, you have put everything up. And he's like, fucking, I didn't put anything up. And he's like, you've been putting it up your whole life. You just didn't know it.
Yeah.
And he means, like, every day you could die, I think.
Yeah, I think he's saying, like, you have been alive every day with the chance of not being that.
Yeah.
Like, every single day, well, every second of your life, you are obviously putting up the fact that you are alive. It's a thing that can be taken away from you by default.
Yeah.
There's no barrier to that. So I think that is a philosophy he has.
And he doesn't respect that guy either. He married into his small corner shop, which is fine. But Anton is like, you fucking waste of life. Like, I think he has some deep philosophy about what people should be thinking and doing with their time.
He needs Buddhism.
And he thinks, like, everyone else is, like, a fucking idiot. Like, yeah. He does need Buddhism. Don't we all? Doesn't every character in every media show ever need Buddhism?
Some of them get by alright.
Aang is the only example.
Yeah. He's good.
Avatar Last Airbender. Another amazing show. We might have already talked about it a little bit on the podcast.
We might have.
Yeah.
We should probably fucking watch our own podcasts, huh?
Yeah, I watched a few of them. They're fucking listenable. We did the review of episode 1, right? And I listened to the other ones, and I would say they're fucking pretty listenable, dude. They're pretty good, especially for our first few episodes. Like, I'm expecting that this is like a nothing period of our podcast.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? Once we get to like episode 50, we'll be really in a groove, with the whole podcasting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have a schedule yet.
And we haven't really got down what we're talking about.
This one is just our podcast where we talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this one is just we feel like we want to record a podcast, so we're just going to talk for like a while.
Yep.
Record it.
We've been talking about we're going to do a gaming podcast.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Listen, my peak is gamerness, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I played the game, get the footage, we're going to put it in.
Yep.
Because it will just not be a black screen anymore. Also, we're thinking about getting a picture.
Yeah, thumbnail.
Of the picture or something. Big developments happening.
I might have to do some art for it. It would kind of be stupid if this is kind of an art channel and I'm a good artist, and it would be dumb if I didn't do a good thumbnail. Like, yeah.
Then we'll put it as the picture in the video, so it's not just a black screen.
Yeah. I'll do us a thumbnail. And yeah, for the gaming podcast, it'll be fucking actual footage playing over the podcast.
Yeah, it'll be our gameplay as well. I don't think... Yeah. I think we can upload any video games footage as long as it's our gameplay.
Yeah, right, and we're talking over it.
And we're talking over and stuff. There won't be any game audio.
Yeah. Maybe a little.
Maybe we can just do like the theme of the game we're playing and have it in the background.
I don't know. We can probably just talk over the footage, and we will be watching the footage live as you watch it.
Yeah, we're going to talk through it. And we're playing games that we love. Like, Skyrim is the big first one. Spoilers. Skyrim is going to be the first gaming episode because it's the best game I've ever played in my whole life. And nothing's ever come close to the rush I feel playing Skyrim.
Yep. I know what you mean. Fallout is my favorite Bethesda game.
4?
Fallout 4. Yeah, I should mention that. I haven't even played the other ones. I'm a fucking filthy fake fan. I haven't played...
New Vegas and 3 are both decent, but I like New Vegas more than 3.
I just like Fallout 4.
I like Fallout 4 too, but only because it's more Skyrim than all the other Fallouts.
Exactly, that's what's so great about it. It's just fucking Skyrim with guns, like...
Yeah.
And base building.
Fallout 3, you're right, the base building. I don't think that was in New Vegas.
And base building is like 90% of what I do in that game. I love the customizing and building and fucking gun nut perks and the whole thing of it. Like,
yeah,
because I'm immersing myself in the actual fantasy of an apocalypse. Like the true philosophical narrative fantasy of being in a fucking chaotic land, but with at your disposal, like you have all the modern technology at your disposal. But it's basically like the Garden of Eden again, and it's just a free, no one loans this land, like, you know.
Okay, sneeze.
Oh, riveting content. Sorry, that's a daily. Where's Mecca? Anyway,
I think it's.
We should definitely know which direction Mecca is from the podcast room.
Which way's north? Like that way.
The Middle East is that. It's in the middle.
No, it's like that way. It's like that way.
Where's Mecca? Which country is Mecca?
Morocco. No, it's not Morocco. No one be mad at me for that. It's not.
Bro, you fucking absolute heathen. How do you not know where Mecca is? I don't know where Mecca is.
It's like Mecca is like the box. I'm pretty sure it's like Mecca is a term.
Yeah, it's in the Middle East, right?
Yeah, but I don't know which one.
Middle East is that way.
Yeah, but it's not like exactly that way. It's like there somewhere.
You're pointing too far east. That's like fucking South America you're pointing at. We're at the bottom of the earth. It's north. This is so not exciting if you're listening to this on the podcast.
Wait,
this is the worst
I'm
content.
so caught up on this.
We'll explain later. We'll find out where Mecca is, okay?
Yeah, we'll figure that all out later.
Yeah. I don't know what should be the standard lengths of our podcasts. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought 15, 20 minutes was good. I only listened to about 15 minutes of the first one before I had to do other shit.
yeah.
And I thought it was good, but also like 30 minutes is good too. It depends like how long people are going to be listening to this for. Like it depends how you watch this podcast.
Yeah.
If you're watching it going to sleep, then the length, 30 minutes is a good length.
Yeah, I
If
never
you're
watch
watching
anything short when I'm going to sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch like a fucking 2-minute video when you're going to bed.
Yeah.
Unless you're not tired and you're just going through videos. That's a different thing.
It's a whole different mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. But, what the fuck was I saying?
Podcast
I don't
like
listen to podcasts. I don't know, fuck it. The fan will let me know.
Fan will let
in
us
my
know.
dreams.
Yeah, the fan. If you're communicating with Will in your dreams, you're the fan.
Yeah, if you have a dream and you see a guy who's like, he looks kind of
Scandinavian Jew.
Scandinavian Jew with a little bit of Mexican.
Yeah, just a splash.
A splash of Mexican Scandinavian Jew. That's basically what I look like.
That is what he looks like.
It's strange because that's none of our genetics except Scandinavian. But
No. We apparently have we've got a Spanish from Spain in us.
Yeah, that's true. The two Dunder... Oh, yeah, bro. This is the fucking Dunder history podcast right now. Because...
Who's that, bro?
Who's that, dude? Our names are in the description of the last episode, dude. My name. People know our names, okay?
Why are they're in the description?
Mm-hmm.
Did you write a description for one of the podcasts? What did it say?
I'm a funny guy. I don't know. What did it say? It said something along the lines of... I think it just said, welcome to episode 2 of Prematurely Jaded, review of episode 1, Prematurely Jaded.
Okay.
Just because I thought
Simple.
that was funny.
Yeah.
And then it says, like, led by your two handsome and intelligent hosts, Oscar and William Dunder.
Damn, that's crazy that you put fake names in there.
Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah.
They know, bro. It's over.
Why
are we hiding
it's
our
not
identities?
like anyone listening to this doesn't know who we are already.
Yeah, and who cares? If it's in the future or something, if we get a fan base, they should probably know what our names are. Like,
I like that it's fan base, not fans base.
Yeah, our fan base.
Yeah.
Exactly. The base, which is one fan.
Yeah, the base, the house which the fan lives in.
Yeah, exactly. The fan base. Exactly. Yeah, people are gonna know our names.
What the fuck were we just saying?
Okay, Dunder history,
Yeah,
right?
there
So
you go.
2 Dunder brothers came here from Ireland. I should know the year.
3.
Okay, it was 3 Dunder brothers
It was
apparently.
3,
I'm
'cause
being
one-
told now. I'm being informed.
Should I tell the story?
Do you know the story? Okay, go.
Yeah, I got the hidden lore for a project in year 9. So
Facts.
lore.
Lore. This
Yeah.
is Dunder lore, everyone.
This is the lore. On our mum's side, right, their heritage is basically the 3 brothers came from Ireland.
Oh, diddly-dee, we're going down to Australia. I'll do the voices. Yeah.
They weren't prisoners or anything.
We're not prisoners or anything.
Yeah, they're not prisoners or anything. And they would just come on immigration because famine, I'm pretty sure.
We were but humble tin miners from Cornwall.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, that's the Jurassic.
Yeah, mum's side.
Mum's side. This is Mum's side?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
And then,
This is not Dundon's, but go on.
are we both from Ireland?
No, the fucking Dunder Brothers.
You
They
said
might have
Ireland,
been from Cornwall. I might have mixed those two.
No, Cornwall.
Is in
where
England.
Mum From.
So the 3 brothers from Mum's side are from Cornwall, and the
Yeah.
2 brothers from the Dunder side are from Ireland.
I see. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, the 3 brothers just came here. They became miners, right? One of them was the manager at a copper mine, I think, and the other 2 worked in that mine.
Fair enough.
And then we
Continue.
dug our roots in from there.
Yeah, just dug our fucking heels in.
Infected this land.
Okay, the Dunder law is that 2 brothers
Yep.
from there's the amount of references here. The 2 brothers came from Cornwall in England. Oh, we're fucking a couple of... No, that's Irish. What's a Cornwall accent? I don't know. Anyway.
Oi, prick!
Oi, prick! That's just full-on Scottish, isn't it?
I know, but I just wish we were Scottish.
Yeah, fucking... Eddie, Governor, we're from England. We come down on a boat. We were just humble tin miners down...
We saw your trinkets.
The 2 Dunder brothers, and they came down here, and the 2 brothers married 2 Spanish sisters.
Aye.
Remember that story? That's back to fucking Scottish.
I know, it's way easier to do. I love Scott.
Oh.
Remember that story,
Scottish
laddie?
is the easiest accent to do. It's just so fucking natural.
It's so
just a
natural
beautiful
and
way to
beautiful.
speak. I can't imagine not speaking like this.
Yeah. Honestly, how does everyone else not hear Scottish and just be like, why are we using that?
Yeah, it's a better way
Let's
to
switch
be.
to that.
Fucking can't he? You want it?
You can get so many bloody emotions out.
You can't he? Or you won't he?
Yeah.
Okay, I just love the way that they speak.
Yeah.
You can or you won't. It would just be more dramatic.
Weirdly cryptic as
Yeah.
well.
Oh my god. Yeah, they can be cryptic. Oh my god.
You can hear you want me.
So yeah, that's why we have Spanish genetics, is because the 2 Dunder brothers married 2 Spanish sisters. It was weird. I don't know, I guess people did that back then?
Yeah, I
All
don't
times is
really know
strange.
why. No one ever told me the motives, they just told me the facts. That's just how we do it.
Maybe that was back in the day when you didn't really marry for love, or maybe they were in love, like, I don't know. Like,
Anyway.
it's hard to imagine the mindsets of these people that our genes come from. Like...
But yeah, basically we're all Spanish. We were English with Norse in us, because, you know... Norse! Because Vikings show up, and then they do the raping and pillaging.
Yeah, classic Vikings.
We were one of the people that they did the raping and pillaging to.
Yeah, we were probably left in England, though. I don't think they took us back.
They did not take us back.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so we got a little Norse in us.
Little North.
A little Norse in you.
Little Northman. Yeah, that's definitely because the hair and everything. We're quite large people.
Yeah, we're weirdly tall.
Curly head.
Curly head. I have had straight hair most of my life, though.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I had exactly mum's hair.
So
But she used to have curly hair.
I have mum's.
And I have weird curl. My hair goes down, but it
goes back up. Yeah.
I have like long straight hair, but at the bottoms they all curl.
I think it goes on your shoulders and it like.
Even before it was that long.
Oh,
it did
facts.
that.
Okay.
It just does that.
My hair is just a fucking cacophony of a tangle of beauty.
Yeah, you got like the Amazon. Your hair is like the volume compared to the density. Ours is like a similar size, but the volume in your hair.
Very low density. It's just like poof, like.
Yeah, or high density. You have so much hair for every fucking strand of hair.
I don't know. I think it's not actually like thick. Like when it's wet, it looks smaller. it's like puffed
Yeah,
up.
but
It's like full of air. Like
Yeah, but like this, my hair is like small. It's like it's like tiny, but it's long, so
Facts.
it takes up a lot of space.
it's like my dick.
What's up? It's your boy,
Skinny penis. That's such an old reference. Oh my
I
god.
know every reference off the top of my head, Oscar.
Yeah, that's true. We do know all the fucking Vine references.
Yeah.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. Beautiful
That guy.
times. I love that guy. He looks exactly like Riff Raff, the rapper, but I don't know. I don't think it is Riff Raff.
Maybe it is Riff Raff.
Dude, Riff Raff was on Theo Von's podcast, and it was amazing. It looks like his dad. It looks like his methed out cousin, and then Theo. Like, they look so similar. They both have the mullet, but Riff
hell
Raff
yeah.
just has the fucking crazy grill.
Grills?
Yeah.
Bro, grills? I don't know why rappers got into that or thought it was cool, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's funny to get fake gold teeth.
It is funny
Like
to
some
do
choppers,
it,
you
but
know?
it's not cool. Like,
Yeah, and it's like waste of money.
waste of money. It's in your
Rappers got a lot
mouth.
of money,
It's
so they
gross
can
to
waste
put
it.
jewelry in your mouth.
Yeah, just don't. It's
Yeah.
that shit probably gets infected easily. Like there's probably bacteria on it.
I would feel so bad if I had like a $10,000 grill that I was just slobbering all over. Like, what
Yeah,
a terrible.
I would just like sell it.
Yeah, what about use for that? For those expensive diamonds and shit. Like, even though diamonds aren't even rare and it's a fucking artificial scarcity market capitalism bullshit. Oh my god. Capitalism, I mean, I know that it's the only good system that we have. It's like not as good as communism, and I know that we don't even really use capitalism, but just like I don't even think I mean capitalism when I refer to capitalism anymore. I just mean like the horrible corruption of, or just monopolies, just the way that all the money flows to the top, and you know, like even and recently, this time in our lives, our generation is dealing with it more than almost any other generation in history, except unless you count like a Great Depression or something. In that, like now, like the difference between 1980 and 2020. In terms of average income and spending power and being able to rent a house or being able to fucking afford anything, like, you know what I mean?
It's higher now, isn't it?
No, it's way lower.
We have just inflation.
Inflation, and so inflation keeps going, right? But the minimum wage doesn't, right? So
Yeah, I know that.
So in 1980, your $20 an hour was fucking worth way more than the same $20 an hour is now, right?
Yeah, well, there's that stat where it's like CEOs have their pay has risen like 10,000 times on average in America.
Yep.
But the minimum wage hasn't risen at all.
And the actual spending power has decreased.
Like, your money is worth less, and they haven't paid you more. It's the same as like food companies. They reduce the size of their fucking like Doritos bag.
Yep.
And they don't say anything. They'll just like make it smaller and put it on the shelf, and they won't change the price.
Yep. And just over time, you just get used to the fact that it costs fucking $4 for a bag of chips or whatever. You just don't think about it.
And you're not crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
When you're like, I swear they had more chips in these bags years ago. You are correct.
They
did have more chips in those bags years ago.
Fucking hell, man. It's like Apple would program their phones to just stop working after 2 years.
Yeah,
like...
bro, they released, like, the iPhone. Most of my shit has functioned perfectly from Apple, and then as soon as the next one drops, it's like, within a year, it stops working.
Yeah, the battery just fucking conks out. It just stops working.
And it's not even like I'm using it too much. I use it barely ever, and it still stops working.
Yeah, you don't go on your phone, like, ever.
No,
like,
I don't need it.
you're on your computer. You're a computer man. You're not a phone man.
I'm a computer man.
I'm a computer man.
PC is the master race.
Yeah, well, I think you'll find PC is superior to all other forms.
Of course.
All other technological embodiments.
However, I'm a gamer, so I have every console
Yeah.
I need.
We have it all. Well,
We have
we're
it
also, like, just wealthy and lucky, mostly, more than being a gamer.
No.
You didn't pay for any of them, did you, though, Will?
It's my gamer aptitude.
Yeah, you think it's your skill?
It's more my gamer skill. I kind of just like osmosis PS5s and PS4s and Xboxes. They come to me. They gather at the gates. We live in a castle.
Yeah, the gates, we live in a castle. Dude, we do, in fact, live in a big castle.
Yeah, we didn't mention when we were talking about our ancestry, but those Cornish guys married 2 Spanish princesses.
Yes.
So we're rich and we live in a castle.
Yes, yes. Spanish castle
Yeah.
in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
Yeah.
You haven't heard about it because we don't want you to.
Yeah, you don't see it.
We are the deep state.
We block it off. There's big fucking trees and everything. You can't know where we are.
Yeah, it's impossible to find.
Do you make it to the Cloud District very often?
Yeah, Cloud District.
What am I saying? Of course not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We basically live in Dragon's Reach.
We live in the Cloud District, guys. It's pretty lit up here. That's why PS5s just accumulate.
Yeah, they come.
They really do. We're not even joking. They just pile up. You know, you just look around. There's just more PS5s.
Yeah, we kind of we're aliens.
Yeah, we just have a 3D, like a replicator that just keeps spitting out PS5s because it's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot you guys don't know, fan. There's a lot you don't know, fan.
All the minute, like, trace elements, like cobalt and gold and plat, all that shit, we're just sucking it out of the earth. We're just leaching it.
We are fracking. You don't even know how. It's like
fracking Melbourne? Yeah.
But, like, can you imagine if aliens figured out how to frack the best? That's what we're doing to the Earth.
Imagine if aliens but fracking, and that's what we are.
Yeah. What
oh
was
my
saying?
god. That's the solution to climate change. You just move to a new planet and you climate change it again.
Yeah.
No more renewables.
No,
Fuck renewables.
We don't need it.
Find another planet
There's plenty of
with
resources.
oil. Yeah. There are plenty of planets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough to plunder them all.
Oh god, that's a dystopia we haven't seen.
It's not a dystopia. That's a beautiful age of space piracy.
No, just when we we just move from planet to planet, destroying
we're like a
them.
terraforming hive of death.
Oh god, that's like what we don't want to meet in the universe. That's like the bad guys to the
Independence Day.
universe. Yeah, you're right.
They need the Earth to water power their fucking spaceship.
And Ender's Game and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, but we become the worst as a defense, you know? The worsts won't be ready because we'll be worse than their worst.
That concept, I'm not going to say that it's led to, like, good things historically.
It has.
Like, you know,
it has. That's how you test the boundaries of reality. You both fight dirty so you figure out how low it goes.
Dude, we've already got nukes. We're going to stop that now.
Oh, yeah, we figured out the lowest already. Like,
just melt the city.
Yeah, let's just melt the alien mothership. That's always my plan.
You know, that's not even, like, the new era of war is beyond that. We're going for biological now. Because you can wipe out a city, but all the buildings stay. You want to keep the infrastructure. But
it's cheap.
It's cheaper to, like, develop a super virus. Like...
Money.
Yeah, money. Oh my god, man.
How long has this been going?
This is a 37-minute podcast.
Is it 37?
Yes.
Should we end it at 40 or now?
We can do it now. This is good. A good episode.
Yeah, podcast over.
This is an episode again. Okay.
Yes.
Bye-bye.